Joining me today is Carly Lawrence. She is a Canadian TV personality, an in-demand model, social media influencer with over 2 million followers. She's a podcaster, and she's a Netflix star of the popular TV series Too Hot to Handle. Carly's here today to talk about body positivity tips, how she maintains a healthy lifestyle, her successful career, and her recent marriage to husband Bennett Sykes. Welcome, Carly.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Yes, so congratulations on your recent marriage to Love Island star Bennett. So tell us about that. Like, was it in May, your marriage, recent marriage?
Yeah, it was in May. It happened really quickly. Obviously, people online thought it was fake. They still think it's fake. It's not. We did get married. Obviously, with us having a relationship where we're living in different, I'm Canadian, so like I'm not from here. So it was kind of like we really needed to do this for our future together. Like, because I want to be able to buy a house. We wanted to be able to like move in together and things like that. And we can't do that if I can't live here. And we were either going to move back to Canada. And I was like, you know what? It's just not going to work that way. And he's like, no. So he asked me to marry him. And I was like, yes. And I love him. And it's going great.
Yes, it's like marrying your soulmate or your best friend.
Best, yeah, soulmate and best friend. But really, like, it's so insane how close we are. Like, I've never had a relationship like this in my life. It's weird, but it's so good because it's healthy.
And you know it too, right? Because you also work together, right? You create content and you work
Yeah,
out together too, Carly.
we do. Yeah, we do everything together. So we've been together since start of December, and we have spent max 3 days apart, which also is like pretty crazy, I think, for couples. Because I think like this day and age, especially with Max, is like I felt like you barely see them because you're living your own life and you get little parts of them. Whereas with me and Bennett, we share like every single part of us, like the ugly, the bad, the happy, the sad. We've seen it all.
Yes, and thank goodness for social media, right? You can connect that way, you know.
Yeah, that's how we met. So
I think it's wonderful. And congratulations on this your first reality series for Too Hot to
yes.
Handle?
First show ever. I'm not sure if I'm doing anything else. My casting director that casted me for Too Hot to Handle does want me to do something else, so we'll see
Hmm.
what's in my future.
Oh, that's great.
Mhm.
Now, you're also now did dance come before modeling? Like, did you dance competitively?
Yes, so I started dancing when I was 3 years old, and by 4 or 5, I think I was competitive dancing, and I was competitive until I was 19, 20, 19 or 20.
Yeah. So, being a competitive dancer, I would consider it to be an athlete
Yeah,
because, you have to
yeah.
learn, like, was it ballet,
I
jazz?
did I did everything. I was there 5 days a week. I had to get out of school early some days. It was intense. Like people don't realize how intense it was. And that was my life, but it was good. It kept me out of trouble. It kept me busy. It kept me active. So it was good. I loved it. I really did. I'm not a dancer now, but
Yeah.
I don't have rhythm now.
Oh, I know you do. It teaches you discipline, right? More than anything. And
Oh
then
my
model,
gosh.
like,
Yeah. Modeling I didn't like as much because I just didn't like the picking and the prodding and it can be very self-destructive and with your confidence because when you're around a million other girls in a room and you're getting picked on literally your looks alone, it can be kind of discouraging. So I would say dance actually built my confidence up, whereas like modeling didn't as much.
yes. But being a dancer, yes, because, as we're talking about discipline, right? It just, as I said, you're an athlete, but let's talk about your workout regime, like,
Mhm.
because it helps your overall mind body connection.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I have a trainer and she trains me about 3 times a week. So I actually feel like I used to work out a lot more, and lately I've been sometimes it's easy to get into like a rut and it's hard to come out of it. But I feel like my trainer really has helped me get out of that rut and get back in the gym. I also have a gym in my building, which helps. I feel like for me, having something close by that, at night sometimes I'll get a random burst of energy and I can just go upstairs, do 30 minutes on the treadmill, work off my like anger or my energy, come back down and go to bed.
It certainly helps working out. It gives you that
Yeah.
confidence. As you said, if you're upset about something, you can think clearly, correct? And
Hmm.
with so many followers, congratulations, you are a role model. What
Thank you.
let's talk about body positivity issues. Like, you know, with I think, maybe one of the tips is like we talked about exercise, but what about can you share some tips without me saying? It could be clothes that you wear that gives you that confidence.
I think for body positivity, it's really hard to not compare. I feel like that was one thing that when I was a younger girl and I was online, I was like, well, if I can't buy this, then I'm not pretty. If I can't afford this makeup, then I'm not going to be pretty. If I don't look like this beauty standard, I'm not going to be pretty. So for me, I feel like the best thing to do is try not to compare, and instead, like when you're looking online at other girls, like you have to know. And another thing is too, is being an influencer, I know so many influencers and I know what a lot of girls look like in person because I've met them. And I hate to say it, but a lot of girls don't look like that. And it sucks because for me on my Instagram, I try not to edit that much my body, like ever. Like I maybe will like smooth lines or smooth my stomach, but you can see in some of my pictures, I will have like a roll on the side. I will have some cellulite and I leave it. And that's one thing that girls always comment on is like, thank you for leaving that, or thank you for posting a video of your real body. Because you can't edit a video. Well, I'm sure you could, but I don't know how to do that. So I'll post me video of my body and you can see like I have a little bit of a tummy or I have whatever. And girls are always like, thank you for posting it. I'm like, you know what? Like, I don't want to put a fake beauty standard, because girls won't know that. Young girls don't know about what I'm doing on a picture and posting online. And to them, they might think it's normal. And behind the screen, I'm lying.
Yes, and it feels good that you're giving out that message and getting the feedback,
Mhm.
that it's okay to show a little bit of cellulite,
Yeah,
but
of course. It's normal.
yeah, so people can relate. But also like nutrition, can you talk about that? Like, hydration is important for your skin health, right?
Yep, 100%. Yeah, so I eat pretty healthy. I cook a lot. I feel like that's another thing too. I feel like even if you're eating out and you're getting a chicken breast or broccoli, like you never know what the chef's putting into it, obviously. And of course, you want to make it taste good. So I feel like cooking at home is really good because it kind of is like an activity you can do with like your parents, your partner, your friends, and you know what's going into it. And you get more excited, I feel like, about what you're eating because you're making it and you're watching every step of the way. And yes, I'm a crazy water drinker. I don't drink soda. I don't drink pop unless like I have like a cheat meal, or if I'm eating like McDonald's or In and Out, then of course I'll have like a Pepsi. But for me, I don't do any soda, nothing that's sugary. And I'm also not really into sweets, but I feel like a lot of people are. But I grew up eating so much candy and chocolate when I was younger that I'm so sick of it. Like I do not eat candy ever. My best friend loves it.
Yes. So you're so driven, like, and also, what about sleep hygiene?
Oh my gosh, I sleep so much. Everyone in my life knows that I sleep like a crazy person. Sometimes, some days I will have a mental health day and I will stay in bed, put on my favorite show, order some food, and sleep and give my body time to rest. And then obviously, if I'm working, I don't have a choice. I got to get the frick up. But I really prioritize my mental health because I didn't used to, and I was not healthy. So that's one thing that I make a priority. And some people don't understand it. I have friends who don't have mental health, they don't get it. And they're like, why are you in bed? I'm like, some you just won't understand it, but I have to do this for my own mental or I'm gonna spiral.
Yes, because sleep is so important, as you
It's
said, and
so important. Yeah.
for your overall well-being. But also, do you keep a logbook? Can you share that? Like, how do you keep motivated and disciplined?
I guess I keep motivated from online, I guess. Yeah, and also my trainer. Like I know not everyone has the luxury, obviously, of having a trainer, but even if you can have a group chat with your friends or your family that can say, like, are you at the gym? I'm gonna go to the gym. What are you doing today? Are you working on? I feel like bouncing off other people motivates me the most. Some people just have motivation in them to work out. For me, it's like when I hear my girlfriends are at the gym, I'm like, I gotta get up and go to the gym,
Mm.
you
You're
know?
putting it yourself, right? And
Yeah.
self-care
Yeah.
is huge. So yeah, so for tips out there for people who have never started and they want to work out, they want to get better, they want to feel better, what other tips would you suggest?
I would say start small. I feel like the bigger goals we make, if you're jumping into even just having, even if you just want to drink more water a day, you can't give yourself unrealistic things. You've got to start small, even if it's just waking up 30 minutes earlier to go to the gym, even if you work out for 5 minutes, it's something. Like you got to count your smalls as bigs. You have to. Otherwise, you're always going to feel defeated. So for me, I just start small. Go to the gym. Even if I go to the gym for 20 minutes, I did something. So I guess just, yeah, keep like little things that keep you excited. Like,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. And do you have a favorite dish? Like, do you cook with your husband or when you have time?
So he is, I do have time. I do have time to cook at night. He is a good chef, but he takes a long time. He's very much like meticulous in how he cuts and everything. And for me, I'm like, let's just cook it up. Like I'm starving. By that time, I'm like, Bennett, I need to eat. Like you are taking an hour to cut a cucumber. But I cook a lot of, I honestly don't eat a lot of meat anymore because it kind of freaks me out. But when I do have meat, I have like chicken, broccoli, rice, like pretty standard. I make pasta a lot with like vegan chickpea pasta and red sauce with maybe some cream. Um, I love stir fries. I feel like I eat the same things. I don't really go too crazy when I'm cooking.
Yeah, and why not change if it's great, right? And
Yeah, I like
Mhm.
it. I'm used to it.
Well, that's
Feels
great.
tasty.
Yeah, no, it's great, Carly. So tell
Mhm.
us about what you can talk about after, Too Hot to Handle. Like, what projects are you working on right now?
So I have a big project coming. I'm starting a perfume line, which I'm really excited about.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a process. I've wanted to do this for a year, honestly, probably over a year. But I really got the idea in my head when the show launched because I was like, you know what? I have a passion and I want the world to see it. And I had an old manager and, things were talked about and then never done. And I was like, if I don't do it, no one's going to do it for me. So I got to freaking do it. So I have been working by myself on it. No one's helping me with it, which is great. I want it to be, I love that. It keeps me busy. And that was another thing. I was kind of bored like these last few months. Like I was kind of in and out with my career. I didn't really know what was making me happy, what was making me driven. And I was like, I need a project and I want something that I'm passionate about, or I'm going to not follow through with it. And this is something I'm passionate about. I'm like, I love this. This gets me from the morning. This gets me excited. This gets me working. And I love it.
Oh,
Mhm.
congratulations. And
Thank you.
oh
I'm
my
excited.
goodness. Wow. And anything else you'd like to share?
Hmm, not really. I guess that's kind
Favorite
of it. Like,
color? Like favorite outfit, favorite workout? Do you have a
oh, favorite workout, hip thrusts and treadmill. And I got a puppy. I love walking my dog. I feel like my puppy gets me up because if she's got to pee in the morning, there's only me to take her out. So I feel like, well, or Bennett, but normally me. I think having a dog is a great distraction too.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Mhm.
And is there anything else you'd like to add? And people want to follow you, where can they go, Carly?
Oh, my Instagram, Carly Lawrence _ which I don't know. I hate that there's an underscore, but I can't change it because Instagram sucks with that stuff. And then my Twitter as well. Same thing, Carly Lawrence.
Oh, it was a pleasure speaking with you today, and I
Oh, thank you.
enjoyed it so much. So thank you
Thank you
for
for having me.